Not, Alan. In fact, this is rather a clue. Snowdrops should be pushing up through snow. It's still February, and I suspect later this week we'll see some snow. It's not going to be much of a worry, just a point of note, although for Scotland there could be something substantial. Now, at the moment, I hope you're enjoying a gorgeous afternoon. I hope to join you fairly soon. It is clouding over in London, but the thickest cloud actually is just appearing over Northern Ireland and Western Scotland, where it's not only taking the sun away, but it's also bringing in rain. Now, as that before dusk makes progress across to Dumfries and Galloway and probably the southern Highlands as well, we'll expect to see snow in the Highlands and probably briefly in Glasgow. Nothing to worry about, but it's the Highland snow that could be a couple of centimetres. Otherwise, it's just a disappointingly cloudy afternoon, but only eventually. Temperatures are far better than yesterday in southern England, and they're actually lower for most of the whole of northern Britain, but they're pretty average for February. Now, tonight we see the frost come back to Scotland and Northern Ireland, and given it's raining in the next few hours, chances are the morning will be rather icy, all the way through Edinburgh, possibly Glasgow, down towards Newcastle and beyond. Not so further southwest, the reason being the rain's coming in on this particular thing here. It's going to dive south overnight, and we end up with this sort of split, southwest-northeast. In actual fact, that brings some welcome snow to the Alps in the next day or so, and the whole of the western bowl of the Mediterranean looks potentially rather unsettled, in other words, showers if you like, whereas at least mostly Spain and Portugal stay dry. But to us, and tomorrow morning we end up with the rain still falling in Northern Ireland, the Midlands, Wales and southern England, but it's going to edge back into the gorgeous morning sunshine, edging over cold air, and this could pose a problem for tomorrow afternoon. Maybe even for Glasgow and Edinburgh, lowland Scotland, but as well as the Highlands and Dumfries and Galloway, even Northern Ireland, we could see some sleet or snow fall and lie for a brief time, just enough to be annoying for tomorrow afternoon. Otherwise, it's rain that could be a potential problem. Strong wind coming in with it. It's very mild air, particularly in the southwest corner, and that 24 hours of rain, of course, brings back the threat of further flooding. After all, 10 degrees shows how much moisture is potentially in there. You'll know what it feels like. Big contrast as well. In that rather nasty weather, which could be snowy, 2 to 5 degrees seems typical for some parts of Scotland and Northern Ireland, even northern England. And in fact, the wind that's bringing that mild weather tomorrow is going to tell the story later in the week. A brief drop in temperatures on Wednesday is replaced, but then by the end of the week, Friday and Saturday, that wind becomes established. And I said we haven't seen the last of winter. Wait till this coming weekend if you want to see some white stuff.